It was being a bit funky. It wasn't showing anything for a second. Anyway, so work was okay. Like usual, got about work. I was just at self-checkout most of the time, and then I had to take over for my last half hour in the check stand. There's no interesting stories. LP was there, so that was cool. Yeah. They got to like catch thieves. Talked about I tried to talk about Dungeons and Dragons with Carter. He wasn't having it because he almost burned down the store. I'm teasing him, by the way. He didn't almost burn down the store, but he put in something in the microwave for 90 seconds. Apparently, it put it in for 9 minutes. So the microwave started smoking and whatnot, and it was not great. It still smells like smoke, and that happened early today. Let's see, what else? Oh, right. I did talk to Shanae. Yeah, I was just bullshitting with her and whatnot. Did talk to her about Will. Because, gotta talk about Will to someone. And I am thinking, I'm going to talk it over with Brad and Devin, because they're the only two people that work there that also talk to Will. Excuse me. However, those two are also in other campaigns alongside Will. And I just want to talk to them first. However, I plan on trying to tell Will that I don't want us to be friends anymore. Which, sounds a bit weird. Like not wanting to be friends with someone. Mostly because, it's more like a school thing. But I don't want to, because he's just not. He's a toxic personality. I'd rather cut myself away from that. If that makes any sense. Hello, Pancake, and hello, Evan. He's a toxic personality. He has main character syndrome. He doesn't like it when he starts to lose, obviously, because main character syndrome. Well, Pancake, I want to be alone. Only reason I'm saying I don't want to be talking to him because he's toxic is because I have other people I hang out with anyways. It's not like I just hang out with him. Or it's not like I hang out with just him. I do talk to other people and hang out with other people. However, if I try and say that we'll stop being friends, I don't know how he's going to react. Because Brad and Devin don't think too highly of him anymore. Because he's, words I won't say, mostly because my, brain is, trying to go, into being rude. Think about it. That's another cockroach. Think about it like this, right? Do a clap. I mean, if you want, I could find out. Oh, wait. Oh, you're not talking if I can make someone clap. Oh, never mind. Yeah, but Pancake, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and one of them, he's the dungeon master, right? So, if it turns out he's that type of person to try and cut ties with someone that he's not friends with anymore, I would be leaving that campaign. And he'd probably be leaving my campaign. So my campaign would consist of about 3 people, which, isn't bad. Am I riding a horse? No. I am not. So my campaign would only consist of about 3 people. One of them being his online friend. Another campaign that he's doing would consist of about 4 people. And the unfortunate thing is, one of my characters is one of the very few who can actually do damage. So they'd be down, someone who could do damage. But the worst thing is that both of us are players in another campaign. And unfortunately, we're both deeply involved in that campaign. Why is my camel pack little straw thing sticking out? Where am I going? I'm going home. We're in a Curse of Strahd campaign, and we're both deeply involved as our characters. He's just a fighter that uses guns, while my character's a paladin. If he were to not want me in the campaign, that wouldn't be up to him, it would be up to Carter. Even then, I doubt he would want either of us to leave the campaign, but knowing Will, he will not want to be in the campaign if he thinks we're on bad terms. But he wouldn't want to leave the campaign because, well, he has main character syndrome. Hopefully, like when I talk about it with Brad and Devin, we'll be able to talk about it more. And if they were to do the same thing as I do and say that we aren't friends anymore, that would, I imagine, as unfortunate as lame as it is to say, that's a bit rude, but I could have said worse. I could have said pathetic, but as lame as it is to say, I think we're his only real life friends that aren't. What was the best part of my day? Getting off of work. I think we're his only real life friends. Everyone else he plays with online. Doesn't have anyone else, right? So I imagine if Devin and Brad both said they didn't want to be friends with him anymore, I imagine he probably would not be doing well. I imagine it would probably send him into a deep depression. Which would suck. You know, I care for the guy. I wouldn't want that to happen, but it wouldn't be my issue. Yeah, I don't think he would learn that. I really want to say, if you don't see what's wrong, then this is exactly why we can't be friends. Because when it comes to me, I know, I can't keep my mouth shut. I know I talk too much, or I'm too annoying. I hyperfixate on things and randomly bring up a topic from 3 hours ago to someone. I just to talk. It's kind of one of my things. Where do I work? I work at a store. It's just kind of one of my things that I like to talk a lot. I don't want to say I have an ego, but sometimes I do let my ego get a bit inflated. Not to say I'm better than anyone, although I am better than some people. However, I guess I kind of just said it with that. I'm better than some people, but I know other people are better than me. I'm about to be sprayed with water, aren't I? I think I got sprayed, but I didn't feel anything. Hello, Craig. Craig, if I'm honest, without a profile picture, I don't know. And Pancake, I'm sure if you talk to other people who have been to my vlogs, or if you talk to any of my other friends, they'd probably make a joke or like be sincere when they say my height is a flaw. My height's not a flaw. Me being short is fucking awesome. I love being short. You'd be surprised how few jokes actually go over my head. Where am I going? I'm going home. No, I appreciate it, Pancake. Wait, I'm going to talk with Brad and Devin, and I want to see if they will join me on talking to Will, or telling Will how we feel. Because if we all decide to, stop being friends with him, I think he'll just leave the campaign, go into a depression, things like that, which will bother me, but I wouldn't let it control like how I am. I won't be influenced by him being depressed. You're 5'3"? I'm still shorter than you. Aha. I'm still shorter than you. No, there's some great things about being short. I can feel good about myself while I'm short because it means I can keep the people who make step ladders in business. I'm 5'1.25". Yeah, I am short. When I say short, I mean I am short. I am the shortest guy I know. Not the shortest guy I have ever met, because clearly I am myself. I've met myself already. But I've only met a few other people who were actually about the same height. One of them was like half an inch shorter than me, while the other person was about the same height, just slightly taller. The other guys I have seen that have been shorter than me are affected by like dwarfism. So those don't really count because that's an actual genetic, issue. Me, I just got bad. I just got hit with a bad gene stick and got afflicted with shortness. There's a few other reasons that are good about being short, but hold on a sec. Oh, thanks, Pancake. Even if you didn't think so, and you were one of those people who didn't like short guys, even if you didn't find me attractive, there are others that do. So I wouldn't need to, have it be hanging over my head like, oh, this person doesn't find me attractive. Damn it. If only I wasn't short. Nah, fuck that. If other people find me attractive, I don't have to care about the others that do. Did I say that right? If there are those that find me attractive, then I don't have to care about those that do not. There we go. Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder and whatnot. Attraction is different to everyone else's definition of their perception. Yada yada. People have said they're attracted to me. So I'm always going to go through my life thinking I'm attractive. Sure, it may not be to a lot of people, because height is a very big thing for some reason. But I know I'm attractive. That's all that matters. What's my type? I don't really have a type. I'm a pansexual. So like whether you're a male or a female, outside the binary, in between, as a transsexual, does not matter. I just love people for who they are. It depends on their personality, if I can actually be with them. Sure, I could smash, and different people, like, how they look make me a bit more attracted than other people. Like, because there's always, like, stereotypes that I could be into. However, those don't really matter if it comes to loving someone. Although looks still matter to me, just a little bit, so. But if you're saying what's my type, I don't have one. Looks matter, but you could be wildly different. There could be a muscular chick, I'll be into her, sure. If she's pretty or attractive or anything, depends. Like Ellen Ripley from Alien, she's attractive. Also, I am about to be home. You have a preference with looks? Like I said, I'm into like different type of stereotypes and things like that. So I can't really say for sure like one type of look. Okay. I almost dropped my phone. Because I'm trying to get home. No, it is not pre-recorded. It's live. It literally says live. I'm gonna have to whisper because I'm home. I don't want to wake up my parents. God, I fell off. Hold on, my dog is coming over. Okay. Yes, come here. Come here. Oh, okay. My dog is being lazy. Hi, Max. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Jim, you've asked that like 3 times. Where's my shirt? Where's my shirt? No, I am not a cheese pizza. I am making some Hot Pockets. Because, you know, they're Hot Pockets. So, there's just, you know, one of those things that I like to eat. I have like a minute. I should be able to put all the stuff on it. I bought cookie dough. I was really craving it. Eight, 3, 2, 1. Perfect timing. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It burns. It burns, guys. It burns. Ignore that. Ignore that. Sorry, strobe. Sorry. Sorry. Hopefully none of you have epilepsy. Okay, give me a second. Everything's turning on. Give it a second. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now back to all the stuff. What am I gonna do now that I'm home? I'm going to play video games. I'm in the military. I tried going into the army. Chat is not pre-recorded. Not the Navy. Hello, Bella. Yeah, it's a dog. It's live chat. Not in Navy. Oh, Pancake left and I didn't realize. Damn. No, it's not a kitchen knife. It was a pocket knife for work. Lamar Jackson edit. Now we're talking. You simps. You simps. Alright. Seems like no one else is talking. So I'm probably just gonna end it. I'm gonna, start playing video games. So hope y'all enjoyed, what little stuff I was talking about and whatnot. I gotta text Brad and Devin everything that I'm thinking. Start streaming. Hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good day, night, evening, dusk, dawn, afternoon. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the channel, and stay safe, everyone. Okay? Take it off my shoes.